Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial how to create a twisted ring band in Shapr3D. In this video I will show you how we can create this body by making a set of sections like you see here, and then you use the Loft command and twisting the sections to create various shapes. I will also go over identifying possible problems, for example, the transitions here between a twisted and a non-twisted surface, and then show you a solution, how we can create then a design where you see at the bottom non-twisted, and then very slowly it blends into the most twisted part at the top and then feathers out again. As always, this file is shared online, so please feel free to download it. And the session is filled with some very interesting modeling tips and tricks. So I hope you will enjoy it, and let's get going. Inside a new file to start, we will make sure that the units is set to millimeters and all our snapping targets we would like are turned on. The ring we're going to create has a diameter of 18 millimeters, and that means 9 millimeters for the radius. So we go to the top view and zoom in a little bit, and then from the center draw a line out 9 millimeters and snap to the grid. The grid here is really useful in that case. And the 9 millimeter line symbolizes the radius. The cross section of this ring should be a square 2 by 2 millimeters. So the rectangle from center is perfect for this. Let's zoom in a little bit more, and then here's click there, drag to there, and there's my 2 by 2 millimeter line. Rectangle, I mean. This line then we can remove. Now we're ready to do a nice loft. But for the loft, I need more sections. So let's go to transform, move and rotate, select the sketch, move the widget to the center, make really sure it's at the center, because otherwise we're doing rotations around an off-center position. Turn on copy and then 90 degrees, 180 and 270. Very nice. So now we look at this, imagine we can plot a loft through there. Let's go ahead, Tools, Loft. Section 1, 2, cross section 3, cross section 4, and the last one. Tap onto it. Let's go to the front view and done. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks round, but it's not really a circle. If we take a look at these corners here, we can see that it looks a little bit squarish or flat. Let's plot in a circle, and this circle should be 9 millimeters for the radius, so 18 diameter. And now you can really see the problem. So the loft is, well, just lofting between these sections, and to make this look more like a circle, like a revolve, we need to have sections there too. Now this is actually very easy to do. All we need is we go to the overview, select the 2 sketches with the 4 rectangles, turn on copy, and then we add 45-degree rotation copies. Cool. Now we can go back to Loft and then select everything. Be very careful with your pencil and what you click on. You do not want to click on any edge. You only want to click into the sketch profile. So there, you see, this looks much better. So we would like to create something that's also twisted. Okay, so look at this. I can twist it this way. Very nice. Then I can twist this way. And you see how I'm continuing actually the twist motion. Always in the same direction. Now this is all twisted a step. Maybe one more here. Very good. This one was done. And now I go to the next one. And I do this twist one more time. There and there. Very good. Okay, so this one is done. Then let's go to here. You twist there, there, and then maybe this one. Very good. And yeah, so we actually reached a maximum. So this I would like to twist one more time. But you see, the software doesn't want me to do this. And that makes sense because at one point, if we twist it too much, the surface would self-intersect. And if we take a look at the design, you can see there where I'm tapping, there are similarity elements. Let's click done. Now, if this is a design that is good and we like it, perfect. If this is not necessarily the way how we would like this to look, then what other options, for example, do we have there? I will select this design and rotate it 135 degrees. Now then there you can even again see the possible problem. How here this looks good. There this does not look so good. Let's rotate it then maybe just 90 degrees. Very good. Okay. So here's one shape. And then here we can see this is not 100% the same. It's actually more the opposite side. Okay, that's not too bad. Why did I actually look at this? I will create myself a small rectangle. There and there. See, I'm just creating this on purpose somewhere else. And then this rectangle, I move away. The reason why I move this away is so it does not overlap or touch in any way the other sketches I have. And then I move the center line up right to the center. This here, I would like to make a copy. So I turn copy on off, move it up down, hide this one. And then this here I will cut through. Really nice. Okay. So if I now pay attention to, this actually looks much better. The bottom part, maybe I can patch in or change. Let's see what all our options are. We can select this half, move to the center, turn the copy on, and then we rotate it. Oh, look at that. No? This actually doesn't look too bad. Maybe all these sketches here right now we put into one folder so we can easily turn them on off. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit of a transition issue. But if this is made for casting, these details can later also be very easily adjusted after the object is casted. All these edges here are razor sharp. That wouldn't really transfer one-to-one through a casting process anyway. So this actually doesn't look too bad. Now I can make two pieces, or I can also select this face. Interesting trick. Then I select an axis, then I use rotate, and I rotate myself a nice clean band that is just half of the ring at the bottom. Yeah, look at that. Now, let's say we would like the only the lower area be straight and maybe the ring twist a little bit more than over the mid part. So what can we, or how can we do this? All this I will select, also put this into a group. Give this maybe a name twist half so it makes sense. And this we call sketches. So it's much easier to understand what we're doing there. This circle here we don't need anymore, so I will just delete it. So the problem I mentioned is when we want to do this twist, in real life it is just a band which I twist and then weld together, but here in CAD we make a 360 complete loop and then try to twist it. And logically, the problem is the endpoints we can't flip. So the trick there is we model it not as a complete loop. We will go to Tools and Loft. And you see how I did not start at the bottom section. Yeah, let's call this good. Yeah. I'm not going to twist anything yet because at this point here already you can see something is wrong here. Also there again, if we, just to illustrate what's happening, put in a circle again, there you can see this is not ideal. And here's the little trick or workaround. What we need to do is we need to stabilize actually this sketch. So might need to have a little bit more of sections down there. I will select the sketch, then move this to the grid. You saw actually with the snapping how the plane in the background was a little bit in our way. So before we continue, let's actually find that is the sketch. Give this a name and then we can hide it. Then again, back to transform. Move this to there. And now I will very gently move 5 degrees and the opposite. Very good. So now I have a small start or small gap actually, I mean. Let's see how this works out. So there, there, and there. Very good. Now the problem we had previously there, we now have here. We can further actually fix this by putting sections in there too. And then this way we can keep actually the center part. So one more time. Go to the move command, rotate. So this one, copy. 45 degrees divided by 2 is 22.5. Very nice. And then it's 22.5. So 45 point. If, for example, their math for you is too much, no shame. We can always just work here in sections. Again, you see how easy this actually is because we work with the grid. There we are. And now transform mirror these two side view. We make a copy on the other side. There we are. Okay. So let's see when we plot this, how this will look. Very good. Let's go to the front view. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Now we can go ahead basically with the twisting. So this is now really key, inside to the outside, inside to the outside. We just have to continue doing this. And here I will do this till the end. Now I can go to the next one. And again, inside to the outside. And the next. There we are. Pretty cool, no? Yeah, I think so too. You see, actually here we twisted this really a lot. So that means at the bottom here, we have to select the correct points. So here we do now we go the opposite direction. So from the outside to the inside. Okay, beautiful. Very nice. Look at that. It's quite enjoyable. It's very clean. Now I made this gap here on purpose. Now nice and big. So for demonstration purpose, it's easy to see. So what can we do actually with this design now? We put this body into this area here. So it's out of the sketch folder. Very nice. Let's see maybe step 1 or trick 1. Can we rotate this? And when we rotate this, but as you can see, it doesn't work. So this extending doesn't really work, but we actually bringing back, that works. Okay, good. So there's something we learned about how we could maybe manipulate this later. So let's select this face, then we select this axis, and we just do a small revolve. We know this is 10 degrees, and yeah, there we can see. That doesn't look very good. Okay, so this idea is kind of like a no-go. If I make this really small, then properly it will work much better. But even there, again, because this doesn't blend perfectly, we might see this. Now, if the ring is this way and I put in actually a stone there, then this is perfect. Then I can hide actually this transitional issue. But my initial plan was anyway, I want to have this upper area, and the lower area I will replace with a design again that is more flat. So when I draw myself here a line and a line, as you can see, this is 45 degree. This is more like for me to have a helper to see where am I. So this face now, I can select the y-axis. I was just curious, how far can I maybe move this? And you see it, because of how it is twisted, there are some problems. Okay, well, then I will continue the sketch this way, and then this sketch here, I will move a little bit back. Five millimeters maybe. And then let's see, when we cut this out, what do we have there? So here, with using the revolve command, you see now I can patch this in, because how crazy everything got twisted. Also there I have this transitional element. Okay. So maybe see what happens when we move this one to that corner. I will lock this point, make this horizontal, bring this over, make this line horizontal there. Delete this, then we can bring this over to there. Okay. And do a revolve. Okay. So we see I kind of like have the same transitional outcome. I'm just pushing it further from the center to the edges back. So how can I maybe then try to twist this just so that maybe to the end it feathers out better? Okay, so let's delete this. I will take a look at these sections one more time. Go to Loft, and then I know, okay, here I somewhat need these sections to stabilize everything. But where I want the transition to happen, that is where I need to stop the twisting. So inside out. And inside out. So maybe somewhere here I will start doing this twist. So I'm just paying attention to how does this curve flow. So here literally I really will end. Okay, good. So that means I'm good to rotate the sections here. Then I can rotate this. Rotate all these sections. Very good. And the last one. Yeah, okay, good. So if I now go ahead and take a look at the design, I did a twist here. I didn't do any twist there, but you still see that this can impact this area. Same here, but then at least there and there. This is all good. So let's see. Can I actually bring this back, maybe till there. Very good. Then we do the same here. See how useful actually these sections are. And then there I can bring this over, hide all this, and there we have it. Now we have a beautiful twist only on the top, and it feathers out to the end and then blends over into a revolve like clean part, well, of the square section. And you do not see any transitional steps there. So if we join this together into one, and then we would cast this, you wouldn't really see anything there because that shape is perfect.